We're all about telling stories from your point of view, your experience. So on this episode, we actually want to say a big mahalo, an arigato gozaimasu, to the Grace Ohana for allowing our cameras to follow them on a recent family trip to Japan and to show why traveling always brings Ohana together no matter where they are.
Arriving in Japan and visiting the ancient city of Kyoto, we're so lucky to follow our creative director, Kaylee Grace, and his family as they use planes, trains, buses, and definitely a little bit of walking to get to the many beautiful temples and shrines of the ancient capital of Kyoto. Their culminating stop in Kyoto is the famous Kiyomizu-dera, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a 500-year-old temple that was built on top of a mountain overlooking the city. And in fact, the story goes that the temple was built without using a single nail. The hilltop complex is named for the clear and pure water that springs directly from the mountain. And while it is an ancient city and plenty of walking through traditional alleyways and matsuri areas, it's accessible to all because everybody is welcome in Kyoto with a smile and a konnichiwa. And while it is an ancient city, Kyoto is famous not only for their food, culture, and fun, but also their modern lifestyle. In fact, they're very famous for their underground subway system. It's one of the most famous in the world, and it quickly and easily connects the whole city together. And not only does it connect the city together, but it brings Kyoto close with nearby metropolitan areas of Kobe and Osaka. And speaking of Osaka, here's my hometown, the blue-collar working-class city where spirits, ohana, and a little bit of Hawaii is mixed comfortably while people work and play and eat. Osaka is known as the Tenkan no Daidokoro, or Japan's kitchen, and it has some of the best cuisine and views in the country. Now, a heads up for travelers in the wonderful country of Japan, it's great and easy to get around, but you will be doing a lot of walking. So make sure you get some comfortable shoes, but trust me, the payoff of the delicious food and drinks is all worth it. Kanpai! Shinsekai, one of the oldest shopping districts in Osaka, with countless stores and shops all waiting to be explored under the watchful eye of the Tsutenkaku Tower, which was actually built back in 1956 as a symbol of the rebirth of the area after World War II. Make sure you bring your camera, plenty of picture-taking opportunities. One of the unique dishes of Osaka is kushikatsu, or deep-fried meat on a stick. And you can see everybody's digging into this simple creation of fried chicken and meats, but remember, don't double dip. From the food to the service and style in Japan, it's all about going to an onsen or hot spring. And Arima Onsen is so close to Osaka, it's less than a day trip. And it's famous for its healing mineral waters. And every stay comes with a traditional Japanese kaiseki, or multi-course dinner that's served in the room using nothing but local traditional ingredients. And remember, don't forget to wear the yukata or Japanese kimono. There is nothing more enjoyable for everybody in Japan than going to an onsen or a hot spring. Wearing a yukata, walking in traditional garb towards the warm, soothing waters, there's really nothing better than enjoying a warm bath after a wonderful meal. They say Japan is also the land of the four seasons, where the colors of the trees and the grass change throughout the year and remind us that the world is turning. And Japan is a mountainous country filled with clear waterfalls and streams that are fed by the mountains and re-energize this person's spirit and soul. They say the average Japanese walks between 5 and 8 miles a day, so you definitely get a workout while you're enjoying the culture of the country. The active lifestyle that many travelers and Japanese enjoy when they come to the land of the rising sun is probably a big part of why Japanese enjoy some of the longest lifespans in the world. They know how to stay active, keep the blood pumping, and more importantly, have a good time. Our final stop with the Grace Ohana is to the city of Kobe. Kobe is actually an ancient city, but one of the first cities that opened to foreigners many, many years ago. And one of their famous herb gardens is located on the hills overlooking the city, where tulips that were first brought by Dutch sailors were introduced to Japan for the first time. And again, we want to say a big mahalo to our creative director, Kaylee Grace, for allowing all of us to tag along with his family to Japan. We'll see you on the next trip.